Hi, Vij Mystery here, preparing you for excellence. Now today I want to share with you the 5 biggest mistakes directors must avoid in 2024. And what I've seen this common pattern. There are quite a few other mistakes as well, but these are the 5 which I've seen commonly being made by directors. So I just want to share these. So let's just go straight into this particular presentation. And the first one is lack of strategic vision. I still see this as quite a big problem that I've noted in many organizations, and I'll give you a few examples. There was one particular FMCG firm, and the CEO, who was the owner as well of this particular company, it was a family-owned business, he said that, Vijay, I'm up here and I want to go from here to there. So he's saying, how can I scale up my business from where I am to where I want to go? So I said, all right, fine. Can you call your board of directors? And they were all executive directors. So he managed to call all of them. And what I did is I just gave them a blank piece of paper. And I told them to write the purpose of the organization, the vision of the organization, but most important, what do you mean when you say you want to go from here to there? And when we are talking about this particular point, additional resources, earnings, revenues, costs, additional number of staff, additional number of branches, additional number of assets, whatever is required, I said that just put it in one small blueprint. What is it that exactly you want? And I call it specific point of destination. And you might have guessed it that I got all different answers. And this is a key challenge that I see many businesses facing. Collective intention, my dear friends, take this as one of your key components moving into 2024, is having that collective intention. Make sure everybody at that top level, and again, this, whether you're a startup, small, medium, large organization, doesn't matter the size and the complexity of where you are based or which sector you are in, collective intention at the top is the first core element when we are talking about the tone at the top. This is so powerful, and this is where the impact is. So you need to work on that particular collective intention if you want to really move to another level altogether. Let's move to the next point, which is making decisions without analysis. Again, this is another thing that in 2023 we noted the somewhat explosion of AI and machine learning and digitization as a whole. Yet I see organizations not really embracing this and not really taking full advantage of the analytics. In the past, we used to have 50-60% facts and 30-40% we would go with our gut. But now you got more research, you got more insights, you got more information that is going to help you to make better, effective decisions. And what I'm here to tell you is that 2024 is not going to be any different. You need to make sure that you have all those facts as much as you can. You still need to go with your gut. I'm not saying you don't need to go with your gut, but what I'm saying is now you've got more facts with you, and make use of those facts. And so there's also another element to this, which is having that curiosity mindset, which means that you have to ask those questions. Is that what are the alternates? What is the worst case scenario? How can we really make it better? Is there any vertical or is there any alternate? So before taking a decision, just make sure that you have all the information in front of you before making that particular decision. So that's very important. Let's move to the third point, and insufficient board dynamics. There was one particular company, and this board director, it was a private company, and she was just telling me how intimidated she felt in one of those board setups. And she's saying that there were only one or two who were vocal and who were keeping on sort of influencing the whole dynamics of the board. So that's just one example. In another instance, in a family business where two brothers have different thought processes altogether. One wants to just save money And he's a penny pincher while the other one's proactive and wants to execute and take action. And I'm not saying you don't look after your costs. You need to look into your cost efficiencies as well. But what I'm talking about is that you need to balance it out and make sure you make the right decisions. Otherwise, what's going to happen is it's going to drag the whole organization. So you need to look into that particular aspect. Let's move to the fourth point. And again, this is somehow related. And this is lack of risk taking. And again, I don't see businesses experimenting. So this is a key component to grow your business. You must have heard of many software companies and many companies which have kept on failing every now and again. They've kept on failing, but then one particular idea or one particular tweak, and everything just exploded. So 8 or 9 of your ideas just might flop, they might just not work, but one particular idea can really sort of leverage, and it can take your business to a whole new level. So my point here is, in 2024, you need to allow for experimentation. You need to empower the team from a board perspective. You need to empower the CEO in this particular case, but you need to empower them to experiment and encourage them to experiment. So you would say, what about resources? This is why I always say that, your earnings, whatever your reserves are, whatever you have a little bit of a sinking fund or some sort of contingency where you can use that to experiment, because that is going to give you completely different results, and it will transform your whole business, because the competition is completely all over the place. There's disruption going on, and even the disruptors are being disrupted, as we know. So, it's a different challenging landscape that we have, and we really need to be agile and make the right decisions. Let's move to the last point. And again, this is so important. Again, lack of succession planning, my dear friends. Succession planning, your pipeline, your future ready leaders. And again, if you want to exit as well, it's very important that you prepare from now. You might have the bench strength as well, but do you have the right leaders to take the business forward? If you're a business owner, then the business is different from the business owner itself. The sustainability, the long-term success of the business is completely different. And what's going to happen is at some time you need to be replaced. And we don't know. We don't know what's going to happen today. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. We just need to prepare. We need to have our plan B in place. So make sure that you have your succession pipeline, the talent pipeline, you have it in place. And this is a discussion you need to have quite often in your board setups or board meetings that you have. Let's move forward to this next phase, where I want to share with you a master training course which has become a high-performing director in 90 days. And this is applicable to all sizes of companies, whether you're a startup, small, medium, large organization. You'll find this really valuable. And why is this important? Because one of the key investments you need to make is in you achieving excellence. As a director, as a leader, you need to achieve excellence, and you need to deep dive into the insights and the tools that is going to help you to make a better impact, to make better decisions as well, effective, informed decisions as well, and position yourself accordingly. I'll be talking about the benefits as we move forward, but this is a program where after 90 days, you'll get a certificate from Render Director once you complete this particular whole training program. It has 11 modules, and I believe it's just under 8 hours of training, which means it's like 2 days of immersion workshops that you are going to go through. And it's online, by the way. So 11 modules. It's got an e-manual and an impact-driven workbook. Now, this workbook is a game changer altogether. This is where you'll be able to ask those incisive questions. Constructing the right questions is going to lead to intelligence. And knowledge is getting the right answers, intelligence is asking the right questions. And the impact you're going to have from this particular workbook, it's going to be long lasting. Even 5 years, 10 years from now, this particular workbook will help you to shape, to sharpen, to tweak, to course correct, to make sure that not only do you progress, but even your company progresses. So that is a key component. And it's just not about questions. There's an interpretation after every question, so you know exactly why it's important, why that particular question is very important. And by the way, this particular training program has a green light status award from the UK Trade and Investment, so it already has credence. And obviously you're going to get lifetime access. So it's an online platform and you'll get lifetime access, because we know repetition is going to lead to mastery. So these are some of the components. But you might be asking, what about 90 days, after 90 days? And here's why this particular training course stands apart. It's completely different from any other training globally. Why do I say this with so much confidence? Is because I'm offering a free lifetime subscription worth $997 yearly. You get it absolutely at no cost. And here's the thing, that you just pay a one-off fee for this particular training program. I'll come to the price later. One-off fee, but you will get lifetime access to this subscription-based program, which means every month I'll be releasing one video. I'll be releasing one video with some tools and strategies for you to keep on evolving, to have that relevance as well. And that makes it completely a no-brainer for anybody. So if you are an aspiring director, or if you're a CEO, or if you're a director, a chairperson, doesn't matter, family business, private companies, startups, this is something I press upon you to consider investing in. Now, not only that, I'm giving bonus courses. So what you're going to get with this particular Become a High Performing Director in 90 Days training course, you'll also get the training course Business Excellence Blueprint, which is the 5 building blocks to scale your business. This is worth $997. You'll also get Finance for Directors and Executives, which is again $997. By the way, I'm not covering finance in that particular 11 modules. So you're getting that as a separate whole program which I've done, which is Finance for Directors and Executives. You'll also get another perspective, Achieving Boardroom Excellence program. And again, this was quite a popular program. It was sold for $997. So you'll get access to that. You'll get access to the Governance Edge, which I have done. It's a raw, unedited version, but it will give you a different insight and it will give you a different perspective altogether. You get that at absolutely no cost. And I did a workshop for the YPO, which is Young Presidents Organization, and this was the business fraud workshop which I did, which was quite popular. So I created a course. You get that as well on how to detect fraud as well. So you get access to all these 5 programs, lifetime access online, and they even have manuals. Some of them have manuals and workbooks as well. So what are some of the benefits you're going to get from this program? Number 1, most important is raising your standards, and this is ongoing. You need to keep on notching your standards every now and again. So you get that because I'm giving you lifetime access. By the way, when I'm talking about lifetime access, I just want to be very clear. Up to the time I am able to deliver. So, as far as I can go, I'll give you this particular lifetime access, but there is a finite period to everything. But when I say lifetime, I'll do my level best to make sure that I give you as much as I can every month. So raising your standards ongoing. Confidence and competence, you'll be able to notch up your confidence as well as your competence levels, because I'll be sharing new insights, I'll give you new tools, and 1 or 2 turning points can really make a huge difference. You'll be able to make effective and informed decisions just by using what I'll be talking about, and you'll get a different level of mindset and a different thought process which will help you to ensure that you make the right decisions. You'll even see an accelerated growth and success as well, because there's one particular module, how to triple your profits from leveraging board insights as well. So you'll be able to even accelerate your growth and success and scale up your business. You'll be even better positioned as well. So you'll be walking with a value. You'll be able to make a better impact altogether. And you'll be prepared for road bumps in 2024, 2025, we are going to see quite a few road bumps, and we know that. And this will help you to prepare better for these road bumps that we expect. And most important, you'll be able to maximize or optimize return on time. So time is very important. Two things really matter. One is time and our health. So time is really important, and you'll be able to optimize your time and use it more constructively and better. And within the next 6 months or so, I'm coming up with a group. So you'll be part of a community where we're going to interact and we're going to have all this dialogue and everything. And that's going to come, like I said, within 3 or 6 months. I'm forming this one particular elite group where you'll be part of that particular elite group. So these are just some of the benefits, and the price, my dear friends, is only $997, one-off price, but it's only for a limited time period. This price is going to change anytime, so I press upon you to take advantage of this opportunity before it changes. And the return on investment, you can suss it out. I don't need to tell you about it. I'm very transparent. The link which I'm going to share with you, you can check the whole program out. I'm completely transparent, and you will see the value itself. $997 is not making a huge difference to me at all, but it can be a life-changing, a business-changing decision for you, because for $997, it's like you've got me. So you can imagine the value that you are getting. And it's taken me almost about 60 to 70 hours just to do the research and to get this whole program, and then the recording, and that is completely different. So you can imagine the value that this particular program has. One idea could make you $1 million. I'm not saying it will. Just a few ideas from this program could be worth $100,000 or $1 million or $10 million to you wherever you are based. So this is why I've mitigated all risks, and I've been asked this question from many directors whom I spoke to about this particular program, and they said that, Vijay, why have you kept it so low? I've got an affinity for the developing world. I want to help. I want to serve. I want to see if I can make an impact and a difference to the developing world. So that is what my intention is. And what else is there? I've got two mainstream programs. One is become a high-performing director in 90 days, and the other is become a high-performing leader in 90 days. If you opt to invest in the become a high-performing director, then you got the opportunity and an option to get this particular training program for half the price, because the price of this program is $997. You get it at only $500, half the price. So this is the opportunity. You can have both the programs, and both have subscription programs. So you get access to the subscription-based program on leadership as well, which is worth $997 at no extra cost. And only for $500, and you will get the leadership program as well as the subscription-based program. So next steps, click the button below. So you got two options. One is that you want the ultimate leadership and director bundle, or you just want the director program, which is fine. It's absolutely up to you. So you just have to click the button, and you'll get immediate access once you pay and sign up for the programs. So if you have any questions, then email me, vijay@rentadirector.com. And look, thank you very much. I wish you all the very best, and I hope to see you in the inside of this particular program and interact at some point. Thank you.